freshman. I don't know that I want to tell me. Like, Levi's either here or here, and I don't want to put him any higher. So he may not hear that one.
You're bragging about your kids. And I still have a hard time calling Nolan number 3. That's just not right.
I told him because Colby Rice won it, and I was like, no, you can't do that. So he's like, I got you. And then he took it. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, every time I see number 3, it's like, wait a minute here, that's not right. Now he should have tried to duck the other night.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I know. You said something about your son. I don't remember what you said. It was about dunking or something. Yeah. See, I go home and I listen to you guys, so you even talked about me at athletes.
See, you never know what you're going to hear on the air. Dale comes up to me after one of the games and he says, hey, I'm here to know, I had a family member listening to the game tonight, and he says, so was that a hometown guy? He said, oh yeah. Yeah, he's a homer. Yeah, he is.
I wonder why you're saying homer. I don't want to be a homer.
But I am. Thank you.
Not the first one.
Yeah, only gets you trouble.
Yeah, I said it.
So that's mine. Okay, so I guess we'll go to
Somewhere in there.
Who knows? He has everyone.
Except for when I read it, but I can't find it. Yeah. Like, son of a gun, where did I lose that Hey, you just want to make sure people knew you were here, right?
Right. I was just ending a song over there.
Yeah, they start 4 seniors and a freshman, and then they have 2 seniors coming off the bench, and then 1 doesn't play. And he got a technical foul in the last game off the bench. He didn't play, and then he got in. He got a technical. Oh no, he got a technical on the bench.
I bet he's not even sitting.
That's what I'm thinking too. So.
He's just like, I don't even need you.
Wonder who they have out with a fresh foot injury.
He's walking in with a boot on. Any questions?
People try to call the rebound. It's going to be a fun one.
Individual only has 1 at her pocket. She's a junior. One junior. The rest of freshmen and sophomores.
How are they so young?
Mom said is that they had so many seniors last year. Okay, and the training was still they all had seniors and the sophomores and juniors didn't play.
Okay, we're going to go live at 5 minutes.
Did the coaches not go in with you last year? Part of the game? They weren't in with you. Huh?
Welcome, Minneapolis Senior High School band. In Ellsworth, Kansas, February 18th, 2021. Dale H. Scott Osborne and Dale Henderson here to bring you the makeup game, COVID-19 makeup game. Ellsworth Bearcats hosting your Minneapolis Lions here tonight. As we start to come out of the deep freeze.
Test. Test. Okay. Dale, we can't hear you.
Testing 1, 2. Is that any better?
It's a little bit better.
Anyway, we're coming out of the deep freeze today. I think we got to 21. That's a welcome relief. Anyway, back to basketball here tonight. The Minneapolis Lions being hosted by the Bearcats of Ellsworth. Pretty similar records so far, 9-4 for the Bearcats. 3-3 in the league, 4th place. Your Lion boys are 10-5 overall, 3-2 in the league. for third place. They played last on February 9th. Minneapolis won 54-41 at MHS. This is the 108th game in the series dating back to 1913. Minneapolis leads at 62-44 at Ellsworth. 26-20 advantage. Some point scoring averages for the two squads. Ellsworth is giving up an average of 44.6. Minneapolis 47.7, so very close there. The advantage Minneapolis has is Ellsworth is scoring an average of 52.4, and Minneapolis an average of 61.1, which is pretty darn close to what the scoring difference was in the game back on February 9th. Ellsworth's last game they beat Republic County 37-22 on the 12th. Minneapolis lost to Southeast Sling 70-60. Minneapolis has won the last 5 games in a row.
But the last 2 games, Dale, have been close. As the last time we played on this floor, it was a nail-biter at the end. We walked away with a very close win. And then back in Minneapolis just the night, it was a close game as well. And had it not been for a really good third quarter, it would have been a different story for us last time we played in Minneapolis. A senior-laden team, the Ellsworth Bearcats. They play 6 seniors, and remember, 1 freshman. They have some talent there. They have some experience. We just got to put together a full game like we can.
They've got some height advantage on us with the 6'4" Haxton, 6'5" or 6'6" shooting.
Well, the Schulte kid plays a guard position at 6'5", and that's a deceiving one. And he'll still crash the boards. So the Haxton kid is down low, and you just got to watch that. But if I remember right, Dale, I don't know if you got the books on that, but it wasn't the Haxton or the Schulte kid that hurt us last time.
Well, the Haxton kid had a big second half. We were talking about at halftime of that game that both of those kids had not really scored very much, and then the Haxton kid went off for the second half. But the Schulte kid only had 5 points against us in that entire game. I thought the kid that really brought it for them was the Anderson kid. Who only had 7 points, but he had 9 rebounds to go with it. I thought he was really a thorn in our side in that game.
He was their best player. It's time for the national anthem coming up.
Very nice job by the 3 brass instruments. Brass trio there did a really nice job there. Probably brought some memories back to you there, Dave. Mr. Trombone player yourself.
I wish I could have played trombone that night.
So starting lineups, Brody Vance getting the start tonight for the Minneapolis Lions, a 6'2" senior. Also starting for Minneapolis, number 3, a 6'2" senior, Nolan White. Number 5, 5'10" senior, Trent Meckel. Number 30, 6'2" senior, Spencer Davidson. And number 51, a 5'8" junior, Riker Nelson. So Brody getting the start tonight. A little different look for the Lions as he gets the starting lineup for the Lions. For Ellsworth Bearcats, 6'1" senior, Jackson Stefik. Number 15, a 6'4" senior, Avery Haxton. Number 20, as Dale talked about earlier, 6'2" senior, Trey Anderson. He was kind of a behind-the-scenes guy, did a lot for them. Number 22, a 6'5" senior, Braden Schulte. And different starter tonight. This is different than last time. A 6' senior, John Tyler. So last time we saw the freshman start for them. Tonight it's all seniors starting for the Ellsworth Bearcats. So very similar, 5 seniors for Ellsworth, 4 for Minneapolis. As we get ready to have tonight's action. Minneapolis in their traveling blue, Ellsworth Bearcats in their home white. Not an easy place to play here in Ellsworth, and the boys are going to have to come out fired up and ready to play and play hard.
Coach, well, how did your one practice of the week go yesterday? This was after the first half of the JV game. He said, have you been watching what went on out here?
Yeah.
But that couldn't give you an answer. Practice like this was last night was a lot like that.
Yeah. So, no jump ball this year, as Minneapolis will have the ball to start as the visiting team, as we will get ready to go as the ball goes into Trent Meckel. Meckel will have the ball set up, high screen set at the top of the key, gets back to Brody Vance at the top. They look down to Spencer Davidson in the high post. Spencer pulls it back out, immediately kicks it back and has it stolen away by Schulte. Schulte gets it back over to the outside to Kyler. Kyler will bring it down for the Bearcats. He's going to take it all the way in. Great drop down pass and in by Haxton. Haxton gets the bucket and there's going to be a block as Spencer goes to floor fairly hard. As Haxton tried to take the charge, he slides into him, and that will be the first foul on Haxton. That will send Davidson to the line. So Ellsworth comes down quickly and takes it right into the paint against us. 2-0 Ellsworth. Davidson at the line to shoot 2. First shot is up and good for the senior. We'll have a second one coming here. Ellsworth pushed the ball pretty hard on that last possession. Second free throw's up, and it's in as we tied up at 2 here in the first. Ellsworth immediately comes back. Anderson with the ball. Anderson drives, pulls it down, gets it back. Another quick pass down to Haxton, and that's the second time Haxton's been wide open underneath, and he gets the easy bucket down low. 2 easy buckets for him. Nolan White for 3, off the mark, and Brody's going to leave. Has it tipped out of bounds. I thought he was off of him. It'll stay with Minneapolis. 7-12, 4-2, Ellsworth with the lead. The ball goes in to Nolan White for 3, off the mark and rebounded by Riker Nelson. Trent Meckel for 3, off the mark and tipped out of bounds, and that will go back to Ellsworth. So we talked about the smallest guy on the floor getting rebounds, and Riker Nelson just got another one tonight on the backside. 4-2, Lions trail here just under 7 minutes in the first. As Kyler with the ball, as he kicks it over on the outside, gets it over to Stefik. Stefik back to Schulte. Schulte goes down to pass in the paint, up and good. Good ball movement for Ellsworth as they're moving the ball in the paint very nicely. 6-2, Ellsworth with the early lead. As Spencer Davidson for 3, off the mark, Rebounded by Riker Nelson. Riker into Nolan in the paint and gets it up. Nice job, Nolan, as he gets the bucket in the paint, 6-4. Back to Stefik. Stefik on the outside gets it back to Anderson. Anderson's going to drive and tipped away, kept alive by Anderson. Back to Stefik. Stefik will set this up. High screen, rolls around, gets it back to Schulte. Schulte looks at Haxton, has nothing, and will go cross all the way to Anderson. Anderson with the basketball. Riker Nelson with the defense on him. Minneapolis in a man. High screen, Anderson looks for a cutter, picks up his dribble, gets it back to Haxton. Haxton back to Stefik. Stefik going to drive in, kicks it down to Schulte. Schulte walks with him, no call. It will stay with bucket will be good by Schulte, 8-4.
That's 4 trips and basically 4 layups out of there. We're going to have to show up our inside defense a little bit because they're really penetrating and hitting those guys on the backside.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of that. Minneapolis, Spencer Davidson kicks it back out to Meckel. Meckel down to Brody Vance. Great pass, great finish by Brody. The ball goes down low. Ellsworth up by 2, 8-6. The ball goes into Schulte. Schulte shot up and no good. Rebounded by by Riker Nelson. That's 3. I know for sure by Riker. Foul's going to be, I believe, on Schulte as he gets the foul. As we will get 2 subs in as Daniel Watson and Mr. Smith come in for Riker Nelson and Brody Vance.
Our leading rebounder out, Scott.
Yeah. Will Cravens checks in for the Bearcats. Meckel with the basketball. High screen. It's in the hands of Watson. Back to Davidson. Davidson looks for a cutter. Has nothing. Goes back to Nolan at the top. Nolan will cut in. Nice drive in and finish. Nolan gets the layup inside. Tied up at 8. 4:48. Cravens with the basketball. Cravens on the outside. Backdoor. And there's going to be a Stefik. Okay. Sealed him off or held him or something. I didn't see that.
Yeah, they gave the signal for a hook in him to get position.
Third team foul on Ellsworth. Minneapolis with the basketball. Meckel at the top, gets it back to Watson. Watson gets it back to White. White is not a good pass. Might have been tipped on that. Back in the hands of Stefik. Stefik goes back to Schulte. Schulte swing pass all the way over to Cravens. Good defense to quickly get back. That's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Ellsworth. Good hands by Spencer to get that in the air. Will stay with the Bearcats. Ellsworth the inbounds. Anderson goes into Haxton, and it's good. And another inside bucket by Haxton. And he is showing some strength down low tonight as he will get fouled and go to the line for the N1. Davidson picks up the foul. Free throws up and good as he makes it a 3-point ball game, 11-8, 4:16. Davidson with the basketball. And takes it all the way in and good. Nice job by Spencer. Takes it right at Haxton. Haxton with 1 foul. They take it right at him. That's a turnover back the other direction. So they tried to go to the well one more time. This time they outdid it. They threw it out of bounds. 11-10. Lions trail by 1. 4:05 here in the first. Meckel with the basketball as he across the timeline. Rolls to the left-hand side. Looks down low. Goes back to top to Smith. Smith back over here to White. White on the outside. High screen as he'll roll back down. Goes in. Kicks it back out to Meckel. Meckel gets him around the other way. Great pass and great finish. Nice job by Daniel Watson, but a beautiful pass by Meckel. Threads the needle, and Watson lays it in nicely there. 12-11 Lions had the first lead of the night.
Second time that Trent has really had good penetration and made a really good dish for easy ones.
Good job and stolen away by Meckel up to White, and there's a turnover back to Ellsworth.
Had a 1-on-2, but didn't work out very good there.
Colby Rice will check in for Trent Meckel. 3:22 left here in the first. Kyler comes back in for Ellsworth. Kyler with the basketball, picked up by Watson. High screen. Gets it back to Schulte into Haxton. Back to Haxton for the little 10-footer off the mark. Rebounded by Mr. Smith. Back to Watson. Watson with the basketball. Back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer on the left-hand side. 12-11 Lions with a 1-point lead. Spencer backs him in. Takes a little baby hook up and good. 14-11. 2:52 left to go here in the first. Ball goes back in the hands of Kyler for Ellsworth. Kyler on the right-hand side slips with it, pulls it back up, keeps his dribble back to Cravens. Cravens will drive in, kick it down low, stolen away by Davidson. Davidson back to White. 2:38, White has the ball, pulls up the little 12-footer up and off the mark, and it'll be Ellsworth basketball. So Davidson and White come out as checking back in is Brody Vance and Trent Meckel. Ellsworth with the basketball. Schulte at the top. Schulte's going to take it all the way down. Pulls it up, takes a little shot, rebounded by Trent Meckel. Trent did a nice job of following, coming in and getting that backside rebound. Meckel with the ball at the top of the key. Rolls around, up and can't get it. And rebounded by Schulte up to Cravens. Cravens with the basketball. Cravens on the left-hand side gets it back to Anderson. Anderson, great job by Brody Vance. Great hustle by Brody to jump in there and almost goes down the steps of in the locker room, Dale. So,
yeah, when we first had volleyball here, we always remind the girls to not go try to save one over there because that's a long slide down.
So checking in for Ellsworth for the first time is number 5. That's another senior, Luke Sharp. And it's stolen away. And then kept alive. And then that's going to be tipped out of bounds off Minneapolis. Good hustle by both squads. 14-11, 1:53 here in the first. Anderson that pulled the trigger for Ellsworth. And they go over the top to Schulte. Schulte up and good. Hard to defend on something like that. And Ellsworth's back within 1. Smith back to Rice. Rice back to Meckel. Meckel on the outside. And has the ball tipped and kept alive. Other direction goes Schulte. Schulte. And that's going to be out of bounds to Minneapolis basketball. Ball in the hands of Meckel. Meckel will set this up. Meckel crosses the timeline. Back it goes to Nelson, back to Brody Vance, back to Nolan White. Nolan back to top to Meckel. Meckel will take the 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Brody. And he's going to get a foul. Nice job by Brody Vance with the rebound right there. Minute 11. Brody will go to the line to shoot 2 here. Foul is on number... I didn't see for sure who that is. 24, that is Kyler. His first personal. Free throw is up and off the front of the rim for the Lions. 14-13, 1:11 left to go here in the first. Lions up by 1. Vance to the line to shoot second free throw. Shot is up and it is good as he rattled that one in. Gives the Lions a 2-point lead. Anderson with the basketball for Ellsworth. It's stolen away by Meckel. Nice job by Meckel to get back. Goes to Spencer Davidson. Spencer pulls it back, gets it over to Nolan White. Nolan goes back to wow. 3-second violation called on Brody Vance. That was a very, very quick 3.
1-3.
In fact, I didn't even see him down there. That close. Must have had a foot down there or something. So Ellsworth with the basketball after the turnover, down by 2. Minneapolis up. As Kyler with the basketball, high screen set, and this goes back to Schulte for 3, and it's off the mark. And rebounded by Riker Nelson back to Trent Meckel. Meckel up to Brody Vance. Brody gets a nice job. Brody Vance should have been a foul, but Brody does a nice job of getting it in the air and finishes it nicely. Ellsworth with the basketball. Minneapolis up by 4 here as Stefik Gets in trouble, goes down low. Gets it back to top to Schulte. Schulte an open three, and that's good. You can't give him too many of those, and he does get that. Trent Meckel back the other direction, 9 seconds. Spencer will take the shot, no good. Gets a rebound. No, nice job, Spencer Davidson gets his own rebound and puts it in at the buzzer as he gets that one to fall in. Nice job by Spencer with that rebound and to put it back in. 19-16 is your score at the end of the first quarter. Minneapolis up by 3. We'll take a break. You're listening to Minneapolis High School Basketball here on CityLink TV Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
The Minneapolis Junior-Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way. For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Pat and Lynette Donovan at Ag by Air have been supporting ag operations in the Minneapolis and Delphos area for over 20 years with prompt, up-to-date, and competitive aerial application service. Ag by Air is located at 974 Highway K106, south of Minneapolis, or can be reached at 785-392-3300 for questions on scouting your fields, chemical recommendations, or to book your work. Ag by Air, a proud sponsor of the Minneapolis High School Lions.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, as Dale Leach, Dale Henderson, myself, Scott Osherman, and Jonah Osherman with us tonight doing some stats as well. Doesn't have a mic on, but Anderson with the basketball. Kyler, back to Haxton. Great pass down low, and foul is going to be down low as, Cravens will get fouled and go to line for Ellsworth. I think it was on Nolan White, I believe. Yep, Nolan whistled with the foul, his first. Cravens up and no good, in and out. Nolan trying to plead his case with the official. Of course, to no avail, but hey, you got to take a chance here. Second free throw is up and good by Cravens. 19-17, Davidson with the basketball. Looks at Watson. Comes back and goes to White, and there's going to be a foul. So on the floor for Minneapolis is Meckles, Davidson, Norman White, Mr. Smith, and Daniel Watson. Foul is going to be on Kyler, his second. Ellsworth in a zone on this inbounds. Then they will kick it back over to Nolan. Gets it down to Spencer in the paint. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Haxton. Haxton back the other direction. And great job by Mr. Smith. He gets the steal back to Lyons. Great job by Mr. on the floor. Gets that steal. Trent Meckel's going to go all the way in. Can't get it. And Mr. gets the rebound up and he can't get it to fall. Haxton with the rebound. Haxton back the other direction. He's got numbers. He pulls it up. Gets it back to Kyler. Kyler back. It goes over to Stefik. Stefik back to Kyler. Kyler will drive. Pulls it back out. He's picked up by Nolan White. 7 minutes left to here in the second quarter. Kyler with the basketball gets it back to Cravens. And then Kyler kicks it out to Stefik. Shot up and good. Stefik hits that one. Ties it up at 19, 6:48 here in. And that'll be tipped out of bounds. Okay, this is going to date me a little bit, but I think this official here was officiating when I was in high school. If it's the same person I'm thinking of, I'll have to ask Dale H. about that if he knows that later on. Spencer Davidson with the shot in the paint. Nice job by Spencer as he puts that one in at 21-19. Daniel Watson with the pass. Lines up by 2. Kyler with the basketball. Goes back to Haxton. Haxton back to Kyler. Kyler back to Haxton. Haxton drives in. Easy bucket in the paint again. Haxton's got at least 8, maybe 10.
9 for Haxton.
9, okay.
Trying to keep pace with Spencer, who has 10.
Nolan White with the basketball. Tied up at 21. Nolan back to Meckel. Meckel takes the 3 off the mark. We have been 0 from the three-point range.
There must be a wind gust coming in those doors down there, because that's about the third air ball we've had on that end.
Wind gust from Manhattan.
Hey, let's not bring up a sore subject, Dale.
Tied up at 21, 5:57 left here in the first half. Tyler with the basketball, picks it up, gets it to Schulte. Schulte in the paint, gets it back out to Cravens. Cravens, and then stolen away by Riker Nelson up to, darn it, another turnover. And another turnover. We just cannot hold on to that basketball right there. Great steal by Riker. Had the number, just a little bit too much mustard on that.
Well, we just got in too big of a hurry. Really didn't have good possession until we tried to do something with it. So need to.
Haxton with the basketball goes down to Schulte. Schulte gets him up in the air, and it's a tough assignment for Mr. Smith. Schulte can go inside, outside, and Mr. will pick up his first personal. Schulte will go to the line to shoot 2 here. Shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Checking in for Ellsworth is number 10. He did not play last time, and that's Luke Gwinner. At least I don't think he did. In for the first time. Second free throw's up and good as he makes 1 of 2. Ball goes back to Nolan White. Nolan will take the 3, and he gets that. Nice job, Nolan. Finally finds the stroke from the outside. Hits that 3, puts us back up by 2, 24-22. Ball goes down to Haxton. Great hustle there. Took that out of bounds. It'll stay with Ellsworth. And Ellsworth will have it underneath their own bucket here. This is where Haxton's done well earlier, just having some open shots. Gwinner to pull the trigger for the Bearcats. Gets it into Anderson. Anderson, and that's going to be a turnover. Nice job. Nice job by Mr. on that one to front him well. And Minneapolis will have it going the other direction. 5:06 left here in the second quarter, 24-22. Ball goes back to Nolan White. Nolan can't get it, and rebounded by Haxton. Haxton back to Schulte. Schulte back the other direction, back to Haxton. Haxton at the top, gets it back here to Stefik. Stefik with the basketball. Minneapolis in a man. They go down to, so he gets it down to, they're going to call a foul. Yeah. Schulte with we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Trent Meckel whistled with the foul. Free throw is up and good for Schulte. Dale is Ellsworth 2A or 3A this year?
3A.
3A. Second free throw's up, and he makes them both. Ties it up at 24, 4:40 left to go here in the first half. Meckel with the basketball at the top. As we will play it around to White here on the right-hand side. Nolan gets it back to Meckel. Meckel. High screen. Back to Meckel, back to White, back to Nelson. Nelson. A lot of battling going down low between Brody Vance. Back to Riker Nelson. Riker with the basketball. Riker will take the drive. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Mr. Smith. Mr. can't get it, and rebounded by Haxton. A lot of battling going down low, guys. Schulte back the other direction to Gwinner. Back to Stefik. Stefik with the basketball, guarded by Riker Nelson. Back to Schulte. Tied up at 24, 3:44 here in the second quarter. Schulte is going to drive in. Slips, no call. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Can't get it. Rebounded by Riker Nelson. And then there's foul. Nice job. So Riker with the rebound. He'll get fouled. And coming back in will be Daniel Watson and Spencer Davidson. So first he calls it blue number 10. We don't have a number 10. So checking out, Mr. Smith comes out as well as Brody Vance. So Ball back in the hands of Minneapolis. Meckel with the basketball. Gets it back to Nolan White. Nolan here on the right-hand side. Gets it into Spencer. Spencer in the paint. Shot is up and no good, and rebounded by Cravens back the other direction. Anderson with the basketball. Gets it back to Cravens. Cravens, slides through it. Haxton, and then stolen away by Riker Nelson with the thievery as Riker gets a nice steal back to Meckel. Meckel back to Nolan White. Nolan back to Davidson. Davidson back to Watson. Watson will drive it in. Back to Davidson. And a turnover back the other direction. Cravens with the basketball. And Craven's going to drive all the way in. Can't get it. Rebounded by Riker Nelson. Gosh, Riker is
rebounder tonight.
Riker is on 6 rebounds. Nice job by Riker. Davidson back to Nolan White. Nolan will drive it in, and he's going to get hammered hard. And he'll go to the line as he takes it all the way in. Foul is on Stefik. And at the line will be Nolan. 24 all, 2:21 here in the second quarter. Nolan's first free throw is up and good as he hits that one. Checking in is John Nelson as he checks in for Trent Meckel.
Nolan, our leading free throw shooter at 75%. Far and away our leading rebound or free throw shooter.
Second shot is up and gets them both to fall. 26-24. Ball goes back to the Bearcats in the hands of Kyler. Kyler at the top. He's guarded by Nelson. Gets it back into Anderson. Anderson in the paint. Up, no good, and rebounded by, and a tie-up. Oh, good job. Called a tie-up. Anderson and Davidson both were up in the air on that. Glad he called that. Could have. I was afraid he was going to call over the back. But they both had a hand on the ball, and ball goes back to Minneapolis. Nolan White with the basketball at the high. Gets it back to John Nelson. John with the basketball back to Davidson. Davidson, top of the key. Can't get that one to fall, and rebounded by Ellsworth. Right now, we just don't have any extra numbers in there on that. Gets it back to Cravens. Cravens and Haxton in the paint. Haxton's got all of his points underneath the basket. Well, maybe not all of them, but a large majority of his points have come right off an easy bank shot. And a turnover back to Ellsworth. Kyler with the basketball. Tied up at 26. Three-point shot, and there we go. Yes, that negates the three-point made, so nice job by Brody Vance, I believe.
John Nelson.
Oh, John. Was it John? Okay. So, nice job. That took away that three-pointer. So, foul is on. That's the third foul on John Kyler, too.
I was going to say that's also his third foul, so that was a double whammy with the three there.
Meckel with the basketball. Gets it back to Nolan White. Nolan at the top. Takes the three-pointer. Up and good. Nice job, Nolan. Takes a little jab step, goes to the right, pops in a three. Nolan with the two big threes here in the second quarter. As the ball goes in the hands of Cravens. Cravens gets it back to Stefik. Stefik back to, and that's going to be a block here. Spencer tried to step in and get that, but they're going to get the blocking foul instead.
Schulte has been much more aggressive tonight than he was the last time we played him at, taking the ball to the hole and getting himself to the free throw line.
48 seconds left. Schulte at the line to shoot two here. Shot is up and good. Mr. Smith will check in for Spencer Davidson.
Yes, that was Spencer's second foul, so we probably won't see him the rest of this half.
48.8 seconds. Second shot is up and no good. Rebounded by, Mr. Smith. Trent Meckel about lost that one. Two guys fighting over. 29-27 Lions with the 2-point lead. Ball goes into Nolan White. Nolan, high screen set. Nolan can't get it, and Brody Vance with the rebound, and he's going to get fouled. Nice job by Brody, as Anderson, I believe, will get whistled with that foul.
Brody can do the dirty work.
And he does on that one as he gets a big rebound. He'll go to the line to try to shoot 2 here. First free throw is up and off the mark. And Riker Nelson will check in for Mr. Smith. 27.7 seconds left, 29-27. Lions with a 2-point lead. Shot is up and gets that one to fall. So Minneapolis goes back up by 3. They get it into Schulte. Schulte with the basketball. Schulte, he said he's going to step out of bounds. Yeah, good call. Nice job by the Lions on that. So 20.8 seconds left, 27-30. Lions have the basketball with the 3-point lead. Meckel with the basketball at the top, gets it back to White. John Nelson. And John, almost loses it. Gets it back to Meckel. Meckel drives it in, takes a shot, can't get it. And rebounded by Meckel. He puts it back up, can't get it. Daniel Watson. Nice job by Daniel Watson. Gets it right at the end of the second quarter. So twice, first quarter and second quarter, we get a rebound and get the ball in right almost at the buzzer. Both of those big plays. Minneapolis has the 5-point lead at the end of the first half, 32-27. We'll be back and get you some stats. You're listening to Minneapolis High School basketball here on CityLink TV Minneapolis, as well as Tape Delayed Channel 20 Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
Autotech has provided reliable service to the local community since 2002 and are proud supporters of the MJSHS Lions. Gary Keating and Dave Sweat lead an outstanding team of mechanics who tackle repairs on all makes and models of automobiles and also provide competitive pricing for oil changes. Authorized dealers for Jasper engines and transmissions. And don't forget our lineup of used cars.
Tonight's game brought to you by C&R Plating in Minneapolis. Kevin Klein and the rest of the crew at C&R Plating, proud to support the youth of Minneapolis and all they do.
These live video broadcasts are sponsored in part by Chuck's Collision. When the potentially inevitable occurs and your vehicle needs repair for body or glass, remember Chuck's Collision. They'll bring you satisfaction in your automotive restoration needs. Contact Chuck at 785-392-2774. Chuck's Collision is located at 1556 K106 Highway.
Citizen State Bank & Trust is committed to the Kansas ag community. While offering a variety of ag lending options, we will help you with finding the right plan that works for your operation. Citizen State Bank & Trust, with locations in Ellsworth, Lincoln, Delphus, Glasgow, and Minneapolis. Citizen State Bank & Trust is a proud supporter of Minneapolis Lions athletics. Stop by and visit Jason Bird for all of your financial planning and investment needs. We are dedicated to helping your money work harder for you. Citizen State Bank & Trust, the cornerstone of our community.
Welcome back here for a halftime wrap-up. Scott and I are both trying to decide how to dress up here.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it's odd. We just both of us took our jackets off. It's a little warm up here. So
these nice heaters right behind us.
must be. Minneapolis has the lead at the half, 32-27, as the Lions were able to outscore Ellsworth 19-16 in the first, and 32-27 in the second. 13-11 in the second, and they scored 32-27. So, H.
Okay, halftime. Minneapolis is being led in scoring by Nolan White with 12. Spencer Davidson has 10, Brody Vance 6, and Daniel Watson 4. Ellsworth is being led by both Haxton and Schulte with 11 each, followed by Jackson Stuffick with 4 and Will Cravens with 1. The Lions are 7 out of 8 from the free throw line, which is a definite bonus from what we are normally shooting. Ellsworth is 6 for 9. On what Dale has, or Jonah has, but I have us with a very definite rebound advantage of 17 to 9.
Jonah won't put on the headset to report.
Well, let's see here. Rebounds. You're close. He had 18 to 12. So 18 to 12. He had 17 to 9. So that's pretty darn close. So. Turnovers.
9 for them.
9 for them. 7 for us. So
I'm at 10 and 6. So we're
pretty close.
We're pretty close there.
So the Lions, we were ahead by 2.
Yeah, it was. We were actually by 3 at the end of the first quarter, 19 to 16, and then we outscored them by 2 in the second quarter, thanks to the last second bucket at the end there by Watson to give us that 5-point lead at the halftime. Close, physical ball game. One thing, let's get back to the stats here, but they've had a lot of inside point in the paint. So.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of getting the ball pretty deep on us. That's where actually most of their offense has come from, either just on really good penetration and dishes, or just taking the ball to the hoop themselves. As I said earlier, the Sheltie kid is playing way more aggressive than he did the previous time. Getting on his drives, which is getting him to the free throw line. He's already attempted 6 free throws in the first half. So that's something I'm sure that the coaches will be talking about at halftime, is showing up, keeping those guys from penetrating and getting the ball inside. Earlier the game to me, it was kind of like defense was optional on both ends of the floor, because both teams were scoring pretty much at will inside. We finally started getting Nolan going a little bit from the outside there in that second quarter. Like I said, along with our hot shooting at the free throw line, 7 out of 8, right now is where we have our advantage.
Well, I can't remember whether Haxton had 3 straight buckets inside or 4 before we finally figured out we need to start watching him when he got there.
Well, I think he had the first 6 points, and it was.
So we did start to cover him. He ended up getting some more, but.
Yeah, and he was the recipient early of just what I said. The guards penetrating, and then finding him just camped out underneath. So really, all he had to do was catch the pass and lay it in the hole. So we did finally, like you said, kind of get him slowed down. But the difference in this game to me right now is the Sheltie kid. He's a way different performer than he was the previous game.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's talk a little bit about league and sub-state seedings. Right now, on the girls' side, Southeast Saline leads at 5-0. Sacred Heart at 3-1. Minneapolis third at 3-2. Beloit and Republic County are tied at 2-4. Ellsworth at 1-5. On the boys' side, I've got a virtual tie, basically. Sacred Heart, 80% win percentage at 4-1. Southeast Saline is at 5-2, 71.4%. But both their losses are to Sacred Heart. So I guess that fact alone, you have to give Sacred Heart the lead right now.
Who in the heck beats Sacred Heart then?
Minneapolis.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I missed that game. So.
Minneapolis is third with a 3-2. Beloit is fourth. Ellsworth is fourth with 3-3. Beloit fifth at 3-5, and Republic County sixth with 0-5. Sub-state seedings. If the sub-state was starting tonight, Goodland on the girls' side is first with a 15-2. Phillipsburg second, 13-2. TMT 14-3 for third. Norton 13-4 for fourth. Colby 9-8 for fifth. Minneapolis 6th, 8 and 9 is Russell. 7th, 7 and 9. Beloit 8, 2 and 9. So if we open tonight, Minneapolis would have been at TMP and Hayes, and I could very easily see that that's where we're going to end up being.
Well, and I'll tell you, that girls' side of the bracket's pretty loaded, too. That's a loaded bracket.
Yeah, I was checking the rankings today, and I think they've got Goodland somewhere up there like about 3rd or 4th, and Phillipsburg about 7th or 8th in 3A. So.
And on the boys' side, Sacred Heart is 7th in 2A, I think. On the boys' side of the things for sub-state, TMP is first with a 14 and 4 record. Norton is second with a 12 and 4. Minneapolis third with a 10 and 5. Phillipsburg fourth with a 7 and 9. Goodland is fourth with 7 and 9. 8 and 9. Phillipsburg fourth, 7 and 9. Russell sixth, 6 and 10. Colby seventh, 6 and 11. Beloit eighth at 4 and 10. If Sub-State were opening tonight, we would have had Russell at Minneapolis. Our former NCAA player.
Yeah, exactly. He now is in that league, in that same league with Norton and Phillipsburg and TMP, if I believe, if I remember right.
That's correct. So Minneapolis looks like the boys have a very good chance of hosting in the first round of Sub-State, and the girls being on the road probably in Hayes. First round of Sub-State, which is not too far off. We've got two.
Tuesday night. After Tuesday night, that's when they do the seedings, correct?
Yeah, Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning. So, okay, we're about ready for second half action. Ellsworth will have the ball to start the second half. Minneapolis up 32-27 here in Ellsworth, as Ellsworth will start out to get in the hands of Kyler for the Bearcats. Kyler picked up by Nelson. Kyler to the right-hand side, gets it back to Stefik. Stefik looks down low to Haxton, and they go cross-court all the way to Schulte. Schulte misses it. Stefik with the rebound. Back it goes to Anderson. Anderson gets it into Stefik. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Trent Meckel. Back the other direction. Meckel with the basketball. Back it goes to White. White back to Meckel. Meckel back. Good save by Trent Meckel. Great hustle there. Spencer Davidson's going to take it all the way in. Can't get it. Rebounded by Brody Vance. Can't get it. And Riker Nelson tipped it alive, gives it into Spencer Davidson. Spencer off the glass and good. Nice job. Riker Nelson doing the dirty work down there. Kept that alive. Spencer puts it in. 34-27. Schulte with the basketball at the top. Gets it back to Kyler. Kyler's going to drive. Good hands down low. And it's going to stay alive in the hands of Anderson from the free throw line. Up and no good. And it's going to be off of Stefik. Brody Vance and Stefik battling down there. And Minneapolis has the ball after the tip out of bounds. 34-27. Meckel with the basketball. Crosses the timeline. Gets it back to Riker Nelson. Riker back to Brody. Brody on the right-hand side. They are really playing Nolan White tight. With Schulte on him. Size mismatch there. Brody Vance back to Davidson in the paint. Down to Nolan White. Can't get it and tipped out of bounds as he was blocked. Great pass by Spencer. Nolan has it blocked. Gets it back to Anderson for three. Off the mark, rebounded by Davidson. Back to Meckel. Meckel back to Brody Vance. Brody in the paint. Has hit blocked by Ellsworth back the other direction. Second time down the floor, Ellsworth's gotten a block. Back it goes to Anderson. Anderson in the little travel at the top, no call. Kyler with the basketball. It goes back to Anderson. Anderson on the left-hand side. Back to Haxton. Shot is up and good. Haxton steps out from about 15 feet, drops it in. And another turnover, third straight down. We get the turnover, Haxton, and we get the turnover back the other direction. Back to Nolan White, open three. It's good. Nice job, Nolan, as he was open and drains the three. Nice job by Meckel to find him. Great finish, and Ellsworth's going to call a timeout. 37-29. Minneapolis with the 8-point lead. 5:07 here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Minneapolis High School basketball here on City Link Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
The Lions of Minneapolis High School are proudly supported by the Davidson Agency, with offices in Delphos, Minneapolis, Bennington, and Lincoln. As a nationwide insurance agent and an independent agent, they provide hometown service for the insurance needs of their customers for home, small business, farm and crop, life and health coverage. Call them today at 785-523-4202. Delphos Co-op continues to work hard each and every day to provide you the best products and services in the area. Serving Central and North Central Kansas for grain, sales and storage, seed sales and service, agronomy and livestock needs. The Delphos Co-op staff will help you sort through the many options available for your farming operation. Call 785-523-4213 to learn more. Delphos Co-op, serving you since 1901.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions had the lead 37-29. Ellsworth has the basketball. As they, stolen away. Oh, wow, nice. And we steal it right back the other direction. We get the steal and then just do not think on that one. Kyler with the basketball back to Schulte, and he drains the three. Missed opportunity right there. 37-32, 5-point, and there's going to be another steal. Ellsworth gets puts the pressure on and gets the forced turnover. Dale, I think that's 4 turnovers.
Yeah, that's 4 turnovers already. We only had 6 at halftime, so we've almost matched our whole first half total here in a little over 9.4 minutes.
Schulte with the basketball and goes to Kyler, back to Anderson, back to Kyler. 4:17 left to go here in the third quarter. Anderson on the outside and stolen away by White. And back to Davidson. Back to Meckel. Back to Watson. Back to White for three. Up again. Nice job, Nolan. Nolan gets the three. Nice job by Nolan as he hits his 4th three-pointer of the night. At least I think. Nice job by Nolan White there. And they got Schulte on him, and Schulte's playing, but Schulte drifted off twice, and Nolan saw the open shot, takes it. Minneapolis goes back up by 8, 40-32. Coach Dale just called a timeout, and I think a lot of it is that, hey, you got to watch the turnovers, guys. You got to control this ball a little bit better. Ellsworth has picked up the intensity after that last timeout.
No doubt about it. They don't want to get another loss to the Lions, especially here at home, so they're going to do everything they can to get back in this.
Yeah, they kind of picked up a half-court trap on the defensive side, Ellsworth did, and just threw Minneapolis a little bit for a loop. Ellsworth will have the ball here coming after the timeout. 40-32, Lions with the lead. Ellsworth to inbounds, as Cravens will bring it down for Ellsworth. On the floor is Meckel, White, Watson, Davidson, and Mr. Smith. Ball goes into Haxton in the paint. Shot is up and good. Haxton having a big night tonight. He's had to move out a little bit range-wise, but he's done well. Davidson back to Trent Meckel for three. It's in and out, rebounded by Davidson. Davidson back to Nolan for three. Good. Nice job. Nolan White hits another three from the corner as he drains one from the left corner. Nice job by Nolan with his 5th three of the night. And it's a shove. And they're going to call it on Watson. Schulte could have gone either way. A lot of power there, a lot of arm shoving. But they give Watson with that instead of Schulte. Cravens with the basketball. Cravens at the top. So gets it passed down low. Great block by Davidson. Back it goes the other direction. Spencer with the block. Back to Meckel. Back to Davidson for three. In. Nice job. Spencer Davidson hits a three from the outside. Drops it in. 46-34. 2:53 left to go in the quarter. Schulte with the basketball. He's going to take it all the way in and stolen away by White. White back the other direction. Back to Meckel. Back to Davidson. Davidson. And he's going to get fouled by Schulte. Schulte's one that you, and if Jonah had his headset on, he'd tell me this, but Schulte's one that you can get in his head a little bit. Gets a little mad, gets a little upset, and he's going to get his second foul. Free throws up and in and out for Davidson. Checking in will be John Nelson, Riker Nelson, and Brody Vance for Mr. Smith, Trent Meckel, and Daniel Watson. So staying on the floor with them will be Spencer and Nolan. Second shot is up. It should be a late violation. Yeah. So
give him another one.
So Spencer will have a chance to redeem himself on that one.
He stepped in.
Shot is up, and it's no good. Can't get any in the fall. So missed opportunities there. 46-34, Schulte with the basketball. And there's going to be a timeout called by Ellsworth. So 2:32 left to go here in the third quarter. Ellsworth 34, Minneapolis 46. We'll take a real quick break. You're listening to Minneapolis High School basketball here on CityLink Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
Hometown Outdoor Power with locations in Minneapolis, Salina, and McPherson has been serving Central Kansas for over 20 years and is the largest power equipment dealer in the area. We strive to be the one-stop shop for all your power equipment needs. We provide full sales, service, and parts supply for your home, ag, or commercial contractor power equipment needs. Ask about our winter service program, and go Lions!
Welcome back after that 30-second timeout. John Nelson's in for the Lions here. Daniel Watson, Brody Vance.
Craven's inbounds for Ellsworth. They get it into Kyler. Kyler with the basketball. She rolls the left-hand side, picked up by Watson. A travel. Double team there. Oh, wide open is Haxton underneath. Oh, my goodness. You can't get any more open than that one. Full court press picked up. Ball goes back to Daniel Watson into John Nelson. Can't get it. Riker with the rebound, and he's going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll be Minneapolis basketball. And Mr. Smith and Trent Meckel are going to check in for Daniel Watson.
What's that, 7 or 8 rebounds for Riker now?
That's now 8 rebounds for Riker.
8 rebounds. Amazing.
John to inbounds. Gets it to Trent Meckel. Trent down to Mr. Can't get it. Now, how is that not a foul? Back the other direction it goes. Kyler with the basketball, man. And that's just a frustration foul on Mr. That gets hammered down low, and I can understand that. And he'll get foul, goes back the other direction. So his second personal foul. Schulte with the basketball at the top. Gets it back to Cravens. Cravens back to Haxton. Haxton back to Anderson. Back to Schulte. Schulte gets the ball. That's going to be kicked out of bounds. Nice job. Minneapolis, Trent Meckel battling down there hard with Haxton. And the ball's took out of bounds off of Haxton. Full court press picked up by Ellsworth again. Nelson back to Riker. Back to Meckel. Meckel back to Riker. Back to Meckel. Gets it across. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson with the basketball. Gets it to Riker. And Riker picks up his dribble. Gets it back to John to set this up. Trent Meckel on the outside. Back to John Nelson. John looks. Near turnover. And it is going to be a turnover. As Minneapolis is going to have to get that ball across.
We've turned it over about 2 out of the 3 times that we've faced that full court pressure.
Yeah.
So we need to button up the ship a little bit.
Winner checks in for Ellsworth as well as for Minneapolis. Back on the floor is Watson, Nolan White, and Spencer Davidson. Kyler with the basketball. 106-46-36. Lions with the lead. 1 minute left here in the third. And there's going to be a foul on Watson. Third team foul of the second half. And they will go into Haxton. Haxton backdoor cut. And misses it. Great job by Spencer Davidson. And there's a foul by Schulte. Yes, indeed. Nice job. And that's another frustration foul. Nice job by Spencer Davidson to force the block. And then he's going to pick up number 3. And he'll sit down as it's more of a frustration now for him. So full court press picked up by Ellsworth. Cross of Nolan White. Nolan back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer back to Watson. Watson back to Meckel. Into Davidson in the paint. Up to Nolan White. Nolan on the outside. Back to Meckel. 38 seconds left. Back to Nolan. Nolan going to have good passes here. Meckel back to Watson. Watson back to Meckel. Davidson. High post. Gets it back out to Daniel Watson for 3. No. I was going to say, that's not a shot you normally see. Trent Meckel for 3. Good. Nice job, Trent Meckel. Drains that 3 from the outside with 14 seconds left. 49-36. Connor with the basketball for Ellsworth. High picked up. Leaves him wide open for an open 3, and he drains it. Tried to coach nuts here. 1 second left. Watson is not going to get it off. So 49-39 is your score at the end of the third quarter, as Minneapolis had the 13-point lead to give up that 3 at the end to end the third quarter. So we'll take a break. You're listening to Minneapolis High School basketball here on City Link Minneapolis. Lions up by 10, 49-39.
Here, tell us who our community sponsors are.
He's on it. It's Sherry Bertrand.
El Hoyo 19 Restaurant with Ed and Brian Bowles.
The Heater's Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. Farm Bureau Financial Services with Matt Pickwick. Forest Crop Insurance with Greg Hill.
Hometown Hardware with Pam Barker and Vicki Kaufman.
Klein Oil Company of Delta, Jim Klein. The Grain Supply, Scott Mortimer.
Lindsay Creek Feeders, Harry Owens, manager.
Welcome back to Ellsworth. Well, guys, last game we played against them, we outscored them in the first 3 quarters. And we've done that here as well, but they had a big fourth quarter against us last game and outscored us in that one. We're just going to have to hold ship on this one and not let them do that here in the fourth quarter. 49-39 Lions with a 10-point lead. Nolan White on the outside, picked up by Schulte. High screen, Nolan back to Meckel as Ellsworth playing a tight man. Meckel will kick it over to White. White on the outside. Looks at Davidson, high screen. Pulls it away, takes the 3. In and out, rebounded by Ellsworth. So Cravens with the basketball. Cravens back to Kyler. Kyler for Ellsworth. Rolls the right-hand side. He's guarded by back to Schulte. Schulte looks for a cutter, has nothing. Goes back to Anderson. Anderson looks at Haxton, has nothing. Anderson's going to drive. Pulls it back to Haxton. Haxton over to Cravens. Cravens back to Schulte. Schulte goes for a backdoor cut. Goes to Kyler, back to Haxton. Haxton in the paint, back to Cravens. Good job by Brody to get back. Can't let him be open. Kyler swings all the way out to Anderson. Anderson, and he's going to get fouled going in. So Daniel Watson, I believe, will be whistled with his third foul. We'll see for sure.
Yes, that would be his third.
So a good ball movement by Ellsworth. Anderson will go to the line to shoot 2 here.
I was just going to comment. I thought it was pretty good defense by the Lions that trip that forced Ellsworth to really take a lot of time on that possession.
That was a good foul by Watson, quite honestly.
First free throw is no good. Second one is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Watson.
Very good foul. 2 missed free throws.
Watson back to Meckel. Full court press picked up. Back to White. White across to Davidson. Davidson back to Meckel. Meckel in the corner to Nolan White. Nolan gets it back to Meckel. 6:28 for 3. In and out. Can't get it. And that's rebounded by Schulte. Schulte back the other direction. That one was in and out for Nolan. Anderson with the basketball. Anderson pulls it down, gets it back to Kyler. Kyler picked up by White on the defensive side. High screen, gets it back to Anderson. Anderson, great job. And then reach in by Haxton, no call. Great job on the defensive side by Minneapolis to force the turnover. Back to Minneapolis it goes. Yes, I am a homer, and I know that, and proud of it. Into Spencer Davidson in the paint. Spencer, shot is up, no good, and rebound by Haxton. That's going to be turned over. Yes, it is. Nice job. So Lions going to have to slow down a little bit. That one has, they are getting a hand in their face. Nice job by the Lions to force that turnover. 49-39. No points scored yet, and a timeout's going to be called by Ellsworth. So 5:43 left to go here in the fourth quarter. No points scored yet. 49-39. We'll take a real quick break. You're listening to Minneapolis High School basketball on CityLink Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
Minneapolis Muffler and Pipe with John Blake. And no place like home field shop with Carolee Austin. Sunflower Realty, Monty Nelson. D&M Body Shop, John Wright. Designs with Sherry Bertrand. Minneapolis Muffler and Pipe with John Blake. LaGrange Supply with Scott Mortimer.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. Dale Leach, Dale Henderson, myself, Scott Osherman, and Jonah Osherman back here in Ellsworth. Meckel with the basketball. Meckel will drive, pulls it out. To set this up, 5:38. Gets it back to Riker Nelson. Riker gets it back to Brody Vance. Brody looks at Spencer, has nothing, goes back to Meckel. Meckel picked up back to Spencer Davidson. Spencer will drive in, takes a shot in the paint, can't get it, and rebounded by Haxton. That should be a walk. Yes, indeed. I was going to say, how can you not call that? They do. And Haxton's yelling, careening for a foul. And Minneapolis inbounds. Riker Nelson inbounds. Spencer Davidson off the glass, no good. And that's rebounded by Ellsworth. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds. Oh! Nice job by Trent Meckel to keep that one from going up on a shot. It'll stay with Ellsworth, but great job on the defensive side. Ellsworth inbounds underneath their own bucket. And that's going to be into Cravens for Ellsworth. Cravens with the basketball. Guarded by Meckel. High screen. Picked up, goes into Anderson. Shot in the paint, no good. And rebounded by Haxton. And he gets the bucket to fall. 41-49. Ball goes back to, darn it. And turnover back the other direction. As Ellsworth gets a hand in that passing lane, it'll go back to the Bearcats. Lions looking to score. Ellsworth with the basketball. Lions have not scored yet. Schulte with the basketball. Gets it back to Haxton. Haxton back to Kirk. That's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Minneapolis. So Daniel Watson checking in, as well as Mr. Smith for Riker Nelson and Brody Vance. Lions have yet to score here in the fourth quarter. Only 2 points scored by Ellsworth. 4:22 left to go in this ball game. Ellsworth inbounds again. In easy pass into Schulte. And there wasn't a single person on him. Just an easy bucket. Ball goes back to Spencer Davis as they break the press. Back to Nolan White. Back to Meckel. Meckel. Lions need to find a bucket on the inside. Just something to get an easy bucket here. Back to Watson. Watson back to Davidson. Davidson looks at the As goes back over across, and that's going to be a cross pass, and that's going to, oh, you got to be kidding me. A turnover back to Ellsworth as
looked awful white to me, but
no, I think they got that one right, Dale. I think we definitely, they tipped it, but we were the last to actually touch.
Rebound by Minneapolis after the miss by Anderson. Back it goes to the Lions. Minneapolis trying to find a score here. 3:30, and we're going to call time to talk about this. 3:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter, and we have not found a bucket yet. 49-43. 3:28 left to go in this ball game. And Ellsworth defense, Dale, has just really tightened it up against us.
Yeah, we are getting absolutely, really no looks at all inside, and I guess they finally got the message that you can't let Nolan loose because they've been taking away most of his outside shots as well. So the only good thing about this, the clock is our friend. You buddy Gunner down there will attest to that. He was told a few times back in his playing days that as long as we've got the lead, we don't have to score.
Well, we got to take care of the ball.
That would be nice to score somewhere. That would be a high priority. Take care of the ball and a score would be good. Yeah, a score would be good. But at the same time, we can keep, running the minute off every time we have possession and don't let them score. Like, it's not pretty basketball, but it's also sometimes pretty effective.
Daniel Watson, Trent Meckel, Mr. Smith, Nolan White, and Spencer Davidson on the floor for the Lions as they will quickly get it into Meckel for the Lions. Meckel crosses the timeline, gets it back to Nolan White. Nolan back to Meckel. Meckel back to Davidson, and that's going to be good. Nice job, Spencer Davidson. Saw the open lane and took it and gets fouled, and he'll go on for the and-one. And the foul is on Kyler. That's number 4, I believe, on him. And great job by Spencer Davison to see that and to take it in.
Spencer said there's nobody in my hip pocket.
Need to turn around and go.
Chance for the and-one here. Shot is up and can't get it to fall. Rebound by Haxton for Ellsworth. 51-43. Ellsworth with the basketball. Cravens with the ball at the top. High screen. Picks up his dribble. Gets it back to Kyler. Kyler guarded by Nelson. And he goes backdoor to Haxton and gets the bucket. So easy bucket by Ellsworth. So back to Meckel. Back to White. Back to Davidson. Gosh darn it. And another turnover back the other direction. 51-45. 6-point lead. Cravens is going to walk with it. Thank goodness. As they turn it back over. 2:34 left here in this ball game. Minneapolis to inbounds here as we will get it into Meckel. Meckel with the basketball. Back to White. White. Across the line to Nelson, guys. A little nervous on that one. Spencer Davidson. Excuse me. And there's going to be a foul. Nice job. Nolan White. Brody Vance get a good pass down to Nolan. Nolan good line to shoot 2 here.
Put our 75% free throw shooter at the line.
First shot is up and good by Nolan White as he hits the first one. 52-45. Second shot is up and gets them both back to an 8-point lead for the Lions. Schulte with the basketball. Back to Anderson. Anderson at the top. Looks at Cravens. Cravens will drive. Cravens picks it up, back to Anderson. Anderson, push it off. Oh, he just gets a travel instead. Turnover back to Minneapolis at the 2:08 mark. Here here in the fourth quarter. 53-45. Riker Nelson to pull the trigger. Full court press picked up by Ellsworth here. Gets it into Nolan White. And they nearly force a turnover right there. Minneapolis will have it on the left-hand side. In the corner, the inbounds. Riker Nelson to pull the trigger. Riker looks for a screen. Gets it into Meckel. And a timeout called by Coach Dale. So 2 minutes and 2 seconds left here in this ball game. 53-45. Lions with an 8-point lead. As Ellsworth doing everything they can on the defensive side here in the fourth quarter. Let's take a break, folks. You're listening to Minneapolis High School basketball here on CityLink Minneapolis. We'll be right back.
The Crooked Mill Studio with Alexis Kern. D&E Body Shop, John Wright.
Remington State Bank in Minneapolis and Salina. Lindsay Creek Feeders, Harry Owen.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas. As the Lions have an 8-point lead here, H, as they've got to continue to take care of the ball here. Be smart with it.
Oh yeah, big time. This is critical to that we break this full court press, and I think when we're on the other end to slow ourselves down and not try to really force the issue.
Spencer Davidson back to Brody Vance, kicks it across the timeline. And there's going to be a foul. Oh, nope, timeout. Brody was just absolutely hammered there.
Yeah, that, but at the same time, Brody should know better than to dribble into what they call basically dead man's corner. That's absolutely the worst place you can stop your dribble because you might as well just have 4 defenders on you. You got the midcourt line and the sideline along with the 2 guys trapping. So not a wise place to stop.
But he got away with it this time. For now, anyway.
With a coach bailing him out with a timeout.
So Ellsworth both teams only have 4 fouls here. So Ellsworth is going to be probably thinking about fouling here if they can't get a steal at some point, having only 4 fouls.
Well, they will definitely go for a steal. I don't think they'll foul right away.
No.
But I definitely think, if they don't get a steal within a couple of passes, then they'll foul.
Yep. So on the floor is Riker Nelson, Spencer Davidson, Brody Vance, Trent Meckel, and Nolan White as Minneapolis getting ready to inbounds here. As Riker will pull the trigger. Gets it into Brody. And absolutely leveled is Trent Meckel. And not intentionally, but that was a good tackle, wasn't it? A good tackle at the Ellsworth bench. Riker Nelson inbounds. Gets it back to Davidson. Davidson gets across the timeline. Spencer back to, and there's going to be a foul on, I believe, Anderson. We'll see for sure. That'll be foul number 6. As next one will put us in the 1-1. 146. I agree, H. I think that was a little quick on that, but so gets it into Spencer. Spencer back to White. Darn it. And we are going to turn the ball over at the 138 mark. So good hustle by Spencer not to let that one go just easily to them. But Ellsworth does have the ball at the 138 mark. 45-53, 8-point lead for the Lions. Kyler with the basketball. Back to Anderson, and it's tipped out of bounds. Yes, indeed. And Haxton and Spencer battling down there, and Haxton getting a little frustrated with Spencer. Good job by Spencer. Daniel Watson to pull the trigger, gets it into Trent Meckel. Trent, he's triple trim. Oh, great. Oh. And can't get it. And there's going to be a foul on the backside. But minute 17, Haxton will go to the line. Minneapolis has the turnover down low. They called on Watson, so Daniel picks up number 4.
We got caught in no man's land underneath the enemy basket there.
Haxton will have 2 here at the line. Shot is up and good. Mr. Smith getting ready to check in as he will come in for Brody Vance. Second shot coming here by Haxton. Shot is off the mark, rebounded by Mister. Mister with the rebound. Gets it back to Watson. Watson gets it back to Brody. Into Nolan White. And he gets it. And the foul. Nice job by Nolan White. Great pass by Spencer. Great finish by Nolan. And Schulte fouls him. And Nolan will go to the line for the and 1. 4th personal on Schulte. Great job by Spencer to find him. Brody Vance checks back in for Mister. 106. Nolan at the line here.
Chance to get it back to 10 points.
Shot is up and good as he hits that one. And checking back in for the Lions will be Riker Nelson. 106 left to hear in this ball game. Lions with a 10-point lead. And they'll get it in the hands of Schulte. Schulte picked up tight. Gets it down low to Haxton. Haxton back to that to Anderson. Back to Cravens for 3. And he's going to...
Schulte, that'd be number 5.
Oh, they didn't call it on him, though, did they?
No, they just called it out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
So there was some battling going down there, and the official's talking to him about it, but he's trying to plead his case. There's going to be a full timeout called by Ellsworth. So 56 seconds left here in this ball game. Lions with a 10-point lead, 56 to 46, and a lot of battling going down low on both sides. Minneapolis will have this ball after this timeout, but they've done what they needed to here, but they got 56 more seconds left to get this through for the Lions.
Yeah, I guess we would say that we've managed to get through this. I would not say that our ball handling against their pressure has been very pretty at all. A lot of turnovers, but at the same time with Ellsworth really going all out. That 3 points we got from Nolan on that breakaway was really huge. But at the same time, we've still got to shore up our ball handling against this kind of pressure.
Yeah, because Ellsworth definitely showing what they can do on the defensive side on that. So Spencer Davison, Daniel Watson, Nolan White, Trent Mickle, and Brody Vance on the floor for the Lions. For the Bearcats is Haxton, Schulte, Anderson, Cravens, and Stefik. Minneapolis inbounds. Gets it into Nolan White, and he's going to get fouled. So that's who you wanted in their hands to go off the other direction. Is Nolan will come back the other direction to shoot a 1-and-1.
What's his career high?
Let's see.
Well, I don't think it'll be on that. It won't be his
an
career
average, maybe. White.
Shot is up and good. Rattles that one in. He gets the first one to fall.
That's his 27th point.
27 points
That's
on that.
Be pretty close. The average is 16. Guess I ought to put the camera on it.
Second one is up and gets them both. 28 points on the night for Nolan, having a really good night tonight. Wearing the number 3, man. So Ellsworth will take the three-point shot. Up, no good. Rebound by John Nelson. With 47 seconds left, John gets the rebound, and John will walk the other direction. 58-46, 12-point lead by the Lions, as John Nelson will go to the line for his first points. Chance for his first points of the night at the line for a one-on-one.
John, one of our better free throw shooters at 57.9%.
Shot is up and good. He gets that one to fall. Nice job by senior John Nelson. Have another one here. Second one is up and gets them both to fall. Nice job, Mr. Nelson, as Riker checks out, and in comes Daniel Watson. 60-46. Nice job by the Lions, as Ellsworth will cross it in the hands of Kyler. Kyler, good defense by the Lions. Back to Anderson. Anderson backs in. That's all right. Let him have the easy one. 35 seconds left. Ball goes into Meckel, and he's going to get fouled. And Meckel will walk the other direction, and that will be on, I believe, Haxton. Nope. Anderson.
Definite triple team.
Yep. So Meckel will go to the line,
Double
back
bonus.
the other direction.
Free throws here.
60-48, 31 seconds left. Can be a hard-fought victory tonight, but it's been a tough one. First free throws up and good by Trent Meckel.
Trent, our second leading free throw shooter at 58.6%.
Second one is up and gets them both fall. We've done well from the free throw line. It'll be interesting to see what that stat is later, Dale, but we've done well here down the stretch, I should say. Schulte with the basketball, takes a deep three, misses it, and gets his own rebound, and rebounded by Spencer Davidson. Spencer back to, Spencer loses a shoe, and he's going to get fouled. So Spencer ran right out of his shoe. Lyle, you need to get him some more shoes, buddy. Lyle's sitting in front of me, and I mean, he completely ripped that one out.
Yeah, that's a blown tire.
Him and Zion Williamson.
Lyle, that's a new pair of shoes, buddy.
For tomorrow night. Well, it looks like Mr. Lott is going to try to rescue it. We shall see.
Yeah, and so
Trent Meckel with the line for two.
15 seconds left here. First one is up and can't get it. So Brody Vance will come in for Spencer Davidson. 15.8 seconds. Nice job by Spencer. Meckel misses the first one. You'll have another one here. Shot is up and good as he gets that one. And checking in is John Nelson for Riker Nelson. Riker's had a good ball game tonight, just from the defensive side and the rebounding side. Excellent job. Cravens with the basketball, back to Anderson for three. Off the mark, rebounded by Brody Vance. And Haxton's going to pick up a ticky-tack right there, and Brody will walk the other direction. So Minneapolis is going to come away here with a victory, a tough victory here in a hard game against the points. It's a nice size win point-wise, but it's a physical ball game, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So
15-point advantage right now. We won by 13 in Minneapolis.
Brody Vance to shoot two here. Shot is up and good. Brody hits the first one. Brody walks forward to give his teammates, hey, wait, I've got no teammates in the lane. I can't give anybody five here. He makes the first one. Second one is up, and can't get that one to fall, but Haxton gets the rebound, puts it up, and that's going to be the ball game. So Minneapolis comes away with the victory tonight, Nice job by the Lions on the road against, I would say, a very talented Ellsworth basketball team. But Minneapolis does come away with the victory tonight against the Ellsworth Bearcats, outscoring them 15-9 in that second. Is that right? Yeah, 15-9 in that second, in the fourth quarter. So nice job by the Lions tonight. We'll take a real quick break. We'll be back with post-game, your play of the game and your play of the game. We'll be right back.
The American Family Insurance Agent Scott Austin for all your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Austin Agency with locations in Minneapolis and Belleville, proudly supporting the Minneapolis High School Lions.
If you or a loved one are in need of in-home personalized care, remember Accessible Home Care, serving Central Kansas with offices in Minneapolis, Salina, and Junction City. Professional and personalized care in your home is available by our staff 24/7. Contact us at 785-493-8111. We proudly support the Minneapolis Lions.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way. For over 100 years, Robertson Miles has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Autotech has provided reliable service to the local community since 2002 and are proud supporters of the MJSHS Lions. Gary Keating and Dave Sweat lead an outstanding team of mechanics who tackle repairs on all makes and models of automobiles and also provide competitive pricing for oil changes. Authorized dealers for Jasper engines and transmissions. And don't forget our lineup of used cars. Welcome back to Ellsworth, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions come away with the victory tonight, 64-48 against the Ellsworth Bearcats, as the Lions did a nice job tonight, outscoring the Ellsworth Bearcats 19-16 in the first quarter. They outscored them 13-11 in the second quarter, 17-12 in the third quarter, and this time outscored them in the fourth quarter 15-9. Although, that being said, we didn't score until like the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter, so hats off to the Lions that hit the free throws down the stretch. Come away with a nice victory tonight, 64-48. Jonah has our play of the game and the play of the game, and I'll give that here in a little bit, but I'll let H get some stats. But overall, Minneapolis, a hard place to play in Ellsworth. Ellsworth is solid ball team. They're going to be hurting next year. They're losing everybody. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. So
Minneapolis now 4-2 in the league. Ellsworth is 3-4.
So nice job. H, let you go there.
Okay, Minneapolis was led tonight in their victory by Nolan White with obviously a game high 28. Followed by Spencer Davidson with 17. Brody Vance had 7. Trent Meckel 6. Daniel Watson 4. And John Nelson 2. Ellsworth was led by Avery Haxton with 22. Brandon Schulte had 16. Jackson Stuffick had 4. John Kyler 3. Trey Anderson 2. And Will Cravens 1.
Who's our leading rebounder?
Our leading rebounder was Riker Nelson with 8.
Oh, my.
Free throw wise, the Lions were 10 out of 16 in the second half. We cooled off just a little bit, but still finished the game at 17 out of 24. Big difference there. Obviously, a lot of that came in the fourth quarter when Ellsworth was fouling, but we only put them at the line for 4 attempts that whole second half, and they only converted 1 to finish the game 7 out of 13. Turnovers again. I have them for 13 in the second half to R5. A lot of R5 occurred there in that stretch where they put the full court press on, and we struggled to handle it for a little while. Before we finally kind of started getting our way through that. Rebounding, I had us with 15 in the second half to their 13, finishing the game with a 32-22 advantage.
Well, hey, you're dead on with the total with what Jonah had for the game, 32-22. So yeah, nice job. Turnovers. You said that Jonah had 11 for them and 9 in the second half for us.
I had us for 5 and them for 13 is what I had.
Yeah.
But
Minneapolis did what they needed to do there in the fourth quarter, definitely, to come away with a hard-fought victory. Even though it's point-wise, it looks deceiving being a 16-point victory, but guys, it was a lot closer than that. Just physical ball game. Jonah had for your play of the game. And this came at the end of the first quarter with a Spencer Davidson miss and gets his own rebound and puts it in right at the buzzer there at the end of the first quarter. Now, that's a tight one because at the end of the second quarter, Daniel Watson also got a rebound and a putback right at the end of the second quarter.
Co-plays of the game in there.
So that's a tough one with those two right there, both of them being notable for your...
But seeing as how you're sponsoring the play of the game, I'll let you choose.
Well, I'm going to go with my son, what my son said. Okay. So I'm sorry to Daniel Watson because that one was impressive as well.
Scott Osherman, agency play of the game.
The play of the game, just no hands down, no doubt on this one. 5 3-pointers tonight.
that is correct.
Total ended the game with 27 points.
28
points.
And it was also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 out of 7 from the free throw line.
7 for 7 from the free throw line. Nolan White, just a career performance tonight. I don't know if that's his most points as Minneapolis Lion.
Got to be, I would.
But just a career, great night for him tonight. He has done in the last 4 games or so. I believe he has been over 20 points in those last 4 games. And I could be wrong on that, but he's had some good nights.
You are correct. He's had 20, 20, 21, and now tonight 28.
Yeah. So Nolan White stepping up and getting some, becoming the threat for the Lions from the outside. But just overall great performance by the Lions tonight. They come away with the victory here in Ellsworth, 64-48. No time to rest, though, because we're back at home tomorrow night as we will take on the Beloit Trojans at home.
Senior night.
For senior night, yep. So for myself, Scott Osherman.
Dale Leach.
And Dale Henderson.
And Jonah Osherman that was doing some of our stats tonight. Good night from Ellsworth, Kansas.
See you tomorrow evening. Good night.